Guys, welcome on in to another episode, Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, MLB Trends and Betting Picks. I'm Terry, ready to break down some games on today's MLB slate. I wanted to start the show by thanking everybody for the support, Twitter and on the YouTube channel. Um, Obviously, I lost my best friend last week, so it was a really tough week. And I appreciate everyone's support and understanding why I took some time off the show. But it's a new week, and we are going to start out by talking about some games. So, no recap because last show was on last Tuesday, and I really couldn't tell you what happened last Tuesday. So, no recap of last week's show, but we'll jump into the first game that I'm going to talk about today, which is not this one. Oh, there we go. New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. The Yankees plus 100 to plus 105. Baltimore minus 114 to minus 120. Nines and 9.5s available here in this one. Clark Schmidt on the mound for the Yankees. Who had a little bit of a rough start to this season, but has been better recently. A win against Oakland in his last start, 4 hits, 3 earned runs. Tampa Bay, 7 hits, 1 earned run. And then Cleveland, another win previous to that. And on the mound for Baltimore is Grayson Rodriguez, who had a really rough start his last game against the Angels. 11 hits, 7 earned runs, and 4.1 innings. I was on Baltimore in that game against the Angels, and Rodriguez just had an awful start. Pretty good starts previous to that one. So he'll be looking to bounce back here. And both of these teams have got the offenses going recently. The Yankees coming off 2 really good wins against against Milwaukee, where I believe they scored 15 runs in both games. So the Yankees offense is hot. Baltimore's offense is also doing well right now. But the plays we're going with today, Gunnar Henderson over 1.5 bases minus 110, and Ryan Mountcastle over 1.5 bases plus 115. Henderson, multiple bases in 6 of his last 8 games. He's got a home run in 3 of his last 5. He's 3 for 10 against Clark Schmidt with 2 doubles. So he's had some success against Schmidt. Henderson, 0 for 5 in yesterday's game. So I'm expecting him to bounce back here in this one. Ryan Mountcastle, he's got multiple bases in 4 of his last 7 games. Back-to-back games, he has a home run. He's 3 for 9 against Clark Schmidt. And one of those hits was a home run. So taking Mountcastle over 1.5 bases, if you want to sprinkle on the home run, you could do that as well. I have been betting a lot of Adley Rutschman lately. He's got a hit in 9 games in a row, multiple bases in 5 of his last 6. He also has a home run in back-to-back games. The reason I'm not taking him here, he is 1 for 8 against Clark Schmidt, so not a lot of success against him. Obviously, that one hit was a single, so he's not done too well against Clark Schmidt. We'll go with Henderson and Mountcastle. And for the Yankees, I don't have any props here, but a lot of players doing really well for them right now. Judge has got a home run in back-to-back games. Juan Soto has got multiple bases in 3 of his last 5. Soto over 3 against Rodriguez. Judge 0 for 1. Rizzo, multiple bases in 4 of his last 6. A home run in 4 of his last 6. He's 1 for 3 against Rodriguez. And then Alex Verdugo, which is the one I was thinking about playing here. Multiple bases in 3 of his last 4 games. A home run in 2 of 3. He's 1 for 3 against Rodriguez with a double. So if you wanted a Yankees player, I'd go with Verdugo. But I like Henderson and Mountcastle props here in this game. Perry. Hello, Nicholas. How's it going? Favorite side of the day, Yankees first 5 and full game. Everything correlates for a Yankees play in this game. It's all right. Yeah, when it comes to the side here, I'm not playing anything. Not playing anything. But kind of lean towards the over with how both teams. There's a lot of players doing really well right now, so that's why I would lean with that. Juan says, "Hey Terry, nice to see you again." Thanks, Juan. Nice to be back, and hoping to make some money here. on today's slate. But we will move on along to the second game we're going to be talking about. We've got the Washington Nationals and the Miami Marlins. Washington plus 114 to plus 123. Miami minus 134 to minus 140. Eights right across the board here in this game. A couple days ago, I posted on Twitter that the Miami Marlins should not be favorites against anybody. Um, Washington Nationals have been an underdog in all four games in this series, or including this one, all four games in the series, as they played three already. Washington's won all three games so far in this series as a dog. They are once again a dog here. I backed Washington in games 1 and 2. Stayed off in game 3 because Patrick Corbin was on the mound. And I thought, okay, this is maybe the one game that Miami kind of should be favored. Miami a 6-0 lead in the first inning. They go on to blow that game. Washington not only comes back, but they win by multiple runs. They've won by multiple runs in all three games so far in this series. Oops, meant to do this one, or actually, no, I did mean to do the other one first, but it's okay. Washington Nationals money line plus 130 as a dog once again. I'm taking them here. One of my premium plays that I'm giving out on the show, no brainer there. Nick Senzel. Wow. He has multiple bases in 4 of his last 5 games. He's got a home run in 4 of his last 5 games. Multiple home runs in yesterday's game. He's 1 for 2 with a double against Trevor Rogers. Senzel does a bit better, I believe, against righties. He is facing a lefty, but he's 1 for 2, as I said, against Rogers. He has a home run in 4 of his last 5 games, yet he's plus 1,060 to get a home run today. So no brainer. We're playing that one for a quarter unit. Plus 1,060. You don't get that very often, especially for a player that is red hot right now. So we'll take him. And then the other two players here, Jacob Young over 1.5 bases, plus 210. CJ Abrams over 1.5 bases, plus 160. Both players playing very well right now. Young has a hit in 6 games in a row, multiple bases in 5 of his last 6 games. CJ Abrams has a hit in 13 of his last 14 games, multiple bases in 2 games in a row. Neither player has faced Trevor Rogers yet. They are both 0 for 0 against Rogers. However, both players, I believe, let me get it up here, lead the team against left-handed pitchers. CJ Abrams, 12 for 29 with a 414 average, 24 bases against lefties. He's absolutely smashed them. Jacob Young, he's 9 for 28 with 11 bases, 321 average. So 2 of the top 3 players this season against left-handed pitchers. We'll take them. Nice plus prices here. Playing very well. They've done good against lefties. Haven't faced Trevor Rogers yet, but they will today in this game. Fun fact, we combine for the same amount of wins as a favorite this year as the Miami Marlins. We combined for the same amount of wins as a favorite this year. I'm not exactly comprehending there. Not comprehending, but Miami 6-23 are not the worst team in baseball. They're not. Nationals plus 120. Yeah, as I said, Miami should not be a favorite against anybody. Same game parlay, Senzel home run, and that's money line plus 1,400. I'll throw 5 on that. There we go. There we go. I like it. We'll see if he can do it again. One more day here, another home run. But we will move on along to our next game, which is the Minnesota Twins and the Chicago White Sox. Minnesota minus 153 to minus 162. White Sox plus 135 to plus 141. 7.5s right across the board here in this game. Joe Ryan on the mound for Minnesota, 1-1. 3.45 ERA. His last game, a win against this White Sox team. He did give up 4 hits, 3 earned runs in that one, over 6 innings, 8 strikeouts. But he's been pitching pretty well recently. And then Garrett Crochet on the other side for the White Sox. He got off to an excellent start. Here, he gave up 4 earned runs total over his first three starts, and everything was going great for him. And then his last 3 starts, 5 earned runs against Cincinnati, 7 earned runs against Philadelphia, and 5 earned runs against this Minnesota team. He's given up a home run in 4 of his last 5 games. So Crochet is really struggling right now. And he gets to face this Minnesota team who um, has won 7 games in a row, including sweeping all 4 games they played against this White Sox team. But this White Sox team just finished sweeping Tampa Bay. So the White Sox have actually won some games coming into this one. We're going with Willie Castro over 1.5 bases at plus 160 here in this game. Willie Castro, he's got a hit in 10 of his last 11 games for Minnesota, multiple bases in 6 of his last 8 games. But when he faced Crochet there in the last game, he went 3 for 4 against him with a double and a home run. So Castro absolutely smashed Crochet in the first meeting. Don't see anything changing here. Castro playing very well right now. So we'll take him at plus 160 here to get multiple bases in this game. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Nick and Terry wins as a fave 0, Marlins 0. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. That's crazy. That's crazy. Joe Ryan perfect game plus 100,000. People are saying I'm crazy for this. Hey, if you cash that, hell of a call. I don't think you'll ever have a better call in your life. So best of luck, but that's extremely obviously difficult to do. But if it's going to happen, this White Sox team is a team that I could see that potentially happening. So best of luck, Robert. Hey, Terry, good afternoon to you as well, Storage Club. Hope all is going well. Twins are nothing. Minnesota only hits well versus left-handed pitchers, third in MLB the last 30 days. All right. Yeah, this Twins team is heating up lately, which is kind of surprising. Wait till they get Royce Lewis back eventually. Twins money line. All right. Cubs and Mets, no run first inning. And Teon and Severino have not allowed earned runs. Awesome. Yeah, I stayed off that game because there aren't any players really hitting that well, which is great news for your no run first inning there in that one. The only player doing all that well right now is Pete Crow Armstrong for the Cubs. Yeah, and he wouldn't play in the first inning anyway. So there you go. Twins plus 225 for the Central Division. They were like plus 130 before the season. The Guardians are playing very well. And honestly, I think this Twins team is going through a hot stretch, but I don't think they're that good of a team. So I think it's just kind of a hot run, not something sustainable, but we'll see. In the first inning this year. I love it. Awesome. You can only bet $1 on it, LOL. Oh, well, that kind of sucks, but hey, it's a plus 100,000. Hey, just put a buck on it. You won't miss that buck if it loses. What are the odds on a no-hitter? I want to play it safer. Laughing face. But the final game we're going to be talking about today is between the Philadelphia Phillies and the LA Angels here in this one. And I do realize that I have the teams messed up here on the bottom, so forgive me on that. Philadelphia is in Arizona. Philadelphia minus 135 to minus 148. Angels plus 120 to plus 128. 8.5s and 9s available here in this game. If you are playing player props right now, then there is one player that you should have been playing for multiple games in a row, and that's Alec Boehm. Over 1.5 bases, minus 105. The guy is just on an absolute heater right now, and he just has that swagger when he comes up. The confidence is just huge for him right now. He's got a hit in 11 games in a row, multiple bases in 9 of his last 10 games. I had him yesterday. What does he do? His first at bat hits a double, and then ends up getting another hit later on in the game as well. He's just absolutely killing it right now, and it's an auto bet. I'm not kind of person that really likes auto bets, but Alec Boehm right now is an auto bet. He has not faced Griffin Canning before. Griffin Canning is off his best start of the season, a win against Baltimore, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, and 2 walks. So still giving up 3 earned runs, 5 hits, being his best start of the season so far. Pretty much says it all. He's got a 7.5 ERA, 30 hits, 20 earned runs in 24 innings pitched. So he's got absolutely smacked around. Now this Philadelphia Phillies team comes in to face him. Alec Boehm. Alec Boehm, um, my favorite play of the day here. Plus 1,500, both pitchers for a no hitter, and we know the Twins can't hit too. No, the Twins have been hitting. The Twins have been doing very well recently. So Phillies minus 2.5, maybe. You could look that way. If you want some nice plus money, you could look that way. Wouldn't it be horrible? Alec. He's been money every game. Yeah. He was excellent to start the season, and then he kind of had a cold streak there. But recently he's just been hitting everything. He's just been consistent. And when you're betting player props, consistency is what you want. Lean Angels first 5, but no interest in this game. Okay. Phillies money line is only minus 136. Yeah, they are on the road, so that could potentially be why. Cannon is trash. Uh, Cannon, yeah, Griffin Cannon, yeah. Alec 2 bases and Phillies money line. You could parlay those together. That would be a good look. But that is today's show. 3 premium plays up on the site today. I've already given you one of them, which is the Washington Nationals. If you want the other 2 plays, they are in the 3-game package up on the site. Some other player props that I was looking at that I didn't end up pulling the trigger. One, Kansas City Royal, Mikhail Garcia. He's got a hit in 6 of his last 7 games, multiple bases in 6 of his last 7 games, and he's 2 for 3 against Rodriguez. So probably something, if you wanted to play something in that game, you could go with that. I just don't like betting Blue Jays games right now because things just don't go well for me when I bet Blue Jays games. So ultimately, that's the reason I stayed off. But Miguel Garcia has been doing really well. And then another one for the Milwaukee Brewers, Gary Sanchez. Multiple bases in 4 of his last 5 games, home run in 2 of his last 5, and he is 1 for 1 with a home run against Tampa Bay's pitcher. So that would be someone else I'd look at here in this one. But that is today's show. Thank you everyone for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you in about 9 minutes for the NHL show. Not sweep today? Yeah. Miami should not be a favorite against anybody. Yet they've been a favorite all 4 games in this series. And you think maybe after game 1, game 2, maybe, obviously I can see why they were favored yesterday, but them being favored again just makes no sense to me in this one. Hey, the Jays, Royals money line. Yeah, probably. The Jays were winning series and they were doing well, and now they're just not doing well anymore. So they need to fire John Schneider. He's the worst manager in baseball. And it's just horrible. But that is today's show. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the hockey show in about 10 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys.